Hey there guys, it's Rowwee here, and this is Rowwee's Dream Team Show. This is my 5th episode this pre-season, and it will be my last of the pre-season. So I hope you've liked every single video that I've put out so far this pre-season, and I hope that you can stay tuned for the regular season. So now we'll get straight into it. We're going to go with rookies first. My number 1 rookie that we're going to start off with is the number 2 draft pick this year, Stephen Caliglio. I think that's how you say it. So Caliglio was number 2 this year, just behind Jonathan Patton. It wouldn't have mattered really which way it went, because GWS had the first 4 picks, I think, in the draft. So the number 1 draft pick really the last couple of years hasn't been that much to deal with, because you've Gold Coast and Greater Western Sydney have both had the last couple of picks. So yeah, so he's number 2. He's around 170,000 because of his high draft choice. Number 3 was Dom Tyson. I'm pretty sure. He's also around 160,000 price range, and still a good player. I'm sure that he hasn't played a game in this NAB Cup yet. I'm not sure why that is. Or maybe I'm thinking of Liam Shield, I think. Dylan Shield actually hasn't played a game, but he's just another player I'm going to talk about later on. But Dom Tyson, I think he should be one to pick. He's not. I think he's played a couple of games in the NAB Cup for GWS, while they've been recycling their players each match and giving everyone a go to see who will be in that round 1 team versus Sydney. So my next rookie in the forward line is from, in the midfield is Elliot Kavanagh from Essendon. He should have some chance of getting a spot in that team if James Hird is willing to play a couple of younger players more into that team. Like he might be a Dyson Heppel, hopefully, this year as well, how they tried Dyson Heppel out last year and he got the Rising Star, so maybe they can try out Elliot Kavanagh. I think he's only just over $100,000 in price. I don't know if he might get a start in round 1 for Essendon, but he will throughout the season put in good performances, and he will get a start in the season sometime in the next the first 10 weeks of the season. Another first round draft pick, first top 5 draft pick, was Chad Wingard. He's a South Australian boy. He went to Port Adelaide, and he should be one of the rookies that he is about 160,000, I'm sure. He will get a chance in the AFL because it's Port Adelaide and they don't really have any high performance stars at the moment, so they will be playing younger players and trying to get games into them to make them more experienced. So he could be a good pick to have in round 1 to be able to have a starter in round 1. Just another GWS player, Liam Sumner. He's played well in the NAB Cup, 130,000 he is. He's just a great player. I think he might be a dual position player as well. I'm not sure about that actually. I don't think he is. Well, it doesn't really matter, but he's just a great player so far that he's shown in the NAB Cup, and hopefully he can transfer that over to the regular season. Okay, so now we're going to get on to the premium players that you're going to have in your dream team that's going to make or break your team. I've done rookies first so that we can do an extended talk on all these players that are going to be scoring your dream team. In your dream team this year, the big scores of over 100, 120 maybe, if you pick the right people. So in my dream team, my midfield is my most important place on the field, I think. So I invest a lot of money into that to get full value on points in my midfield. One of the players the highest rated player by price this year, Dane Swan, he's just under 600,000. That might be a bad price for some people, but if you've got the cash and, well, it's not going to be a problem if he scores well. He's going to score at least 100 to 120 each game, so he is a very good captain material. Another 100 to 120 player this year will be Gary Ablett. He is just a Gold Coast player, so he's a great player. He's a lot less than he's a lot less than a Pendlebury or a Boyd. You'd save a lot of money with that, so if you wanted to go for a player that's going to score you big money, and he probably will increase in price during the year, so if you wanted to get on a player that's going to increase in price in your midfield and you're still going to get 100 to 120 with that captain option, go Gary Ablett. And like I said, Dane Swan is just a great pick, but he just might be too expensive for some people to pick that much, or maybe later on the season you could get on to Dane Swan when his price comes down in value, like I will be after his buy. So, okay, getting on from Dane Swan and Gary Ablett, here's Dane Swan's partner in crime, Scott Pendlebury. He's got the moustache this year. I don't know if that's going to get him extra Dream Team points, but it could help him out, so that's just going to put great Dream Team scores up on there for him with this 100 to easily 100, 110, 120 average over the last couple of years, and he should still average around that this year with even more experience into the Collingwood team, and that should just help them hugely to keep on scoring huge DT scores and fantasy scores. Next player on the list, we have on this long list of midfield players, I'm going to have to get through these a bit quicker, Sam Mitchell and Liam Shields. Liam Shields is a bit more of a unique player probably this year. Last year he was a unique as well, but this year not a lot of people have been getting on him. He might be just a bit too much highly priced. He is a good player, and I'm sure that he will get you a pretty high average if you can take a punt on him. And same with Sam Mitchell. He's not a high priced player, so if you didn't want to spend 600,000 on Dane Swan, you could probably get Sam Mitchell or another player that I've got down here, the Matt Pritters as well. Matt Pritters and Sam Mitchell are around the same price range of just over 400,000, so that could be a great money saver there, and you're still going to be able to get the same amount of points each week, and you're just saving lots of money there. Next on the agenda is the two Carlton boys. Well, three actually, but this year Bryce Gibbs has lost his dual eligibility, so not a lot of teams have been putting a lot of faith into him because he hasn't got that dual eligibility into his team, but Bryce Gibbs is still showing in the NAB Cup that he is a great player, and he will get you scores above 100 most weeks, and his worst game won't be that bad at all. He's like Jimmy Bartell. His worst game will probably be an 80 or maybe a 70 if he has a really bad day. That'll be his worst score. Like Chris Judd and Mac Murphy, the combo there as well. We got the Hawthorn combo, you got the Carlton combo. It's just a great combo of midfielders there. You got Judd and Murphy. Them two should score easily 80 to 90 to 100 points each game. Now I'm getting on to these mid-price players that maybe haven't done as well last year, coming back from injuries late in the year, and only just playing a couple of games. So that's like Lenny Hayes. He got injured in round 2 last year, so he's had a huge decrease on his price. So he is a very juicy price at the moment for players for coaches that have got faith in him and don't think that he's going to re-injure himself again. But on the weekend against Collingwood, St Kilda played Collingwood. He got knocked out. I'm not sure what the doctors have said on that, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get up for the round 1 clash. I'm not sure who St Kilda play, but if it's a hard clash, they might not risk him and maybe have him as an emergency or maybe the green vest, so you probably won't get as much points out of him if he was playing on the ground. But he still is a great pick, and he could start playing back to where he was the year before last, when he was scoring over 100s every week and playing beautiful football. Okay, like I've said, Pritters, Judd, mid-price. Barlow is the other player from Fremantle Dockers. He's come back from a knee reconstruction, I think. A broken leg, sorry. I've got to get that right. He had a broken leg last year. I think it was by his own teammate, Nick Subin, I think. It was over in Western Australia. He went straight into... Nick Subin went straight into his leg, behind his leg, I think, and it just broke, and he tried to stand up. I'm pretty sure I've seen it on YouTube. Just go check it out. He tried to stand up and then he just fell over, and it just doesn't look right. You probably don't want to watch it. Who else have we got? Another Fremantle player there. We got David Mundy. He is a great in and under player on the outside that will get it out to his teammates. He's a great leader of Fremantle. This year he's probably looking to be a breakout year with injuries last year and the year before that, I'm sure. I think that he had injuries the year before that, so coming back from that, he's just very hungry for the ball, and Fremantle are looking to have a great year this year. So that's wrapped up my Dream Team pre-season shows. If you haven't seen the rest of them, go back. I will have a link in the description and you can see every single one. Go onto my Facebook page, Rowwiees Dream Team Show. I'll be on that daily. I can update it daily as well, so just put a comment in the comments box or on Facebook, Rowwiees Dream Team Show, and I hope that I can get a video out after next week or after the first game of round 1. So this is Tiger Boy out.